You are listening to Stop Yelling.
I am eating an Affy Tapple right now. I can give you some ASMR, but I think that would be the most disgusting thing. Also, I am so sorry for the way that I sound right now. I sound like an absolute man because I just got back from vacation. I have post-vacation depression. I have the Wookiee flu. I have probably COVID. I probably have, who even knows, HIV from the New York streets. But I did go to New York, the Big Apple. I don't know why it's called the Big Apple, but I went to New York, and truthfully, I'm pondering what I'm going to say about New York, because there's good and there's bad things, of course, about everything. But with New York specifically, because it is so much bigger, their nightlife is way better than ours. People are a lot meaner. I stayed in Times Square, like probably about 10 blocks off of Times Square. I had the nightlife experience. I had the ferry experience. I had the Central Park experience. I had the random photographer standing in the middle of Times Square fucking jipping me out of my money for photos that didn't even look good and I didn't even use on my Instagram. But you know what? I felt like I got most of the experience. Let me just tell you, though, they are built differently in so many ways. So I ended up fucking frolicking around at whatever time at night on Thursday. And on a Thursday night, like, I don't know, when you really don't know anybody out in New York, I guess, I mean, that's kind of anywhere you go. Like, you need to kind of know somebody to have the best experience. And being an ex-bottle girl in Chicago, which I will never go back and do, but anyways, you know, you look at Chicago when you're young and you're like, oh my God, I want to be out in the city. Like, that was kind of like what I was when I was a 20-year-old, 19-year-old, 18-year-old. Like, I would always want to go out in the city. And then working in nightlife, I was like, this is the fucking best. Like, I'm going to have all the connections. I'm going to make hella money and I'm going to have the best time of my life. And don't get me wrong. I did. I had a lot of fun, but I got my connections, and it's like, once you're out of nightlife, boom, no one gives a fuck about you anymore. I mean, not that anybody really gave a fuck about me in general, regardless, but absolutely, once you are out of nightlife, nobody gives a fuck about who you are, where you've worked, who you know. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm saying this as I like still pretty much get in basically wherever, but out in New York, little old me, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea who to talk to. I don't know. So we stumble upon this like random underground club, and I walk in and I'm like, okay, this looks like a vibe that I'm familiar with. Like, all these kids look like they're my age, if not maybe pushing fake ID. I don't know. But I'm like, as long as you're old enough to drink, that's fine. I'm cool. I'll vibe. But there was not a single goddamn older person in here. So I'm like, all right, for sure. First night out, I guess I'll tamper with, you know, the youngins. So, oh my God, I just made that sound so fucking weird. Okay, no. That is not what I meant at all. I'm 25. I like older men. Anyways, I was just vibing. And they were playing like straight up like 80s music, 90s music. Like, it was just so much fun. And we had the dance floor open. And this guy comes up to me and he's like, hey, what's your name? Oh my God. Okay, wait, let me retrack. So me and my girlfriends, including my sister flew out from Arizona. Shout out to you. You're the best. But she flew out from Arizona to New York to hang out with me for my birthday. But we all decided, we're like, okay, since this is like a new city, we've never been here before, like, we want to be and have alter egos. Like, what should we do? So we all gave ourselves fake names. So Blake, Eve, Simone, and Frankie's me, take on New York City. And this guy comes up to me and he's like, hey, how you doing? What's your name? And I immediately looked at him and I'm like, listen, all right. I knew what I was getting myself into coming in here and all of you guys being younger, but like, nah, this is not fucking happening. So I'm like, brain was working, it was rolling. And I'm like, yeah, my name's Frankie. He goes, oh, hey, Frankie, like, what's up? Like, where you from? And my dumbass, thinking I'm in Chicago, says Pennsylvania, like, as if it's not a fucking hour train ride away. And he goes, oh, no shit, where from? And I was like, I lied. I'm sorry. I'm from Chicago. And he was like, wait, what? And I was like, I'm from here. Like, I'm from here. I'm from here. And he was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. And I was like, yeah, dope. All right, moving on. But it was just so fucking funny. So, like, everywhere we went, we were just using these alter egos, and it was just an absolute blast. I highly recommend if you are ever traveling with your friends. Then we decided to be a little risque, and I heard a lot about this place. And when I say this place, some of you are going to have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, and some of you are going to know exactly what I'm talking about and know exactly why I feel this way. So I hear, the box. Go to the box. Like, if you like erotic shit, if you like just nasty, if you're whatever, if you just like that kind of shit. And then someone, a wise old soul, told me the box is like somewhere you see J-Lo at. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, this place is fucking legit. I'm about to go here. I'm about to meet J-Lo, and I'm about to have an erotic experience for sure. I walk in, mind you, first of all, they didn't even ID me, which whatever is fine. But I look like a fucking child sometimes. But nobody ID'd me. Nobody checked me. I'm like, okay, cool. I thought this was going to be a little bit more strict because of the terms here, but I'm going to take it and roll with it. So I walk right in, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, this is exactly what I was expecting. It was literally everything I thought it would be. I'm not going to say what was on stage. Actually, I don't even fucking care. There's a girl like rubbing her fucking clit on stage, screaming bloody goddamn murder, and then standing on people's tables doing it in front of their faces. And I'm like, hey, you know what? Go off. There's a guy standing next to me in like fucking BDSM wear and just waiting to get his turn. And I'm sure I'm going to stand behind him and let him take this one. I'm going to be back here getting a drink at the bar. I was just like, so like, I knew what to expect, but like the fact that it was exactly what I expected just kind of threw me off. This is not some place that I would absolutely get a table at, but I would just step back in there again. Maybe it's just like a 10-minute high and by. There's nothing more than that. But New York, other than that, is just wild. And the rest of my time I spent at a music festival. For those of you who have absolutely no idea what the music scene is like, music festivals are absolutely the best. I love them personally, better than just going to a one-person concert, unless that's your jam. I don't know. The festival that I went to, though, is Electric Zoo. And, the amount of people that had the absolute shittiest experience, I am so sorry. My condolences are out to you, because that was just not me and my group's experience at all. Like, literally the amount of text messages I got that were like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, this happened. Did you end up getting in? Like, did you have to do this? And I'm like, no, dude, I didn't even know any of this was going on. I'm having a good old time at the fucking base stage with all the Wookiees that don't give a shit about what's going on. I don't need to go see and run to get fucking Tiesto and Marshmello on the main stage. And that was the thing. The thing is the music taste is like, okay, you have your house music genre, and then you have your like bass music genre. And I would say most bass music genre people do fuck with house music as well. But given between the two, I'm going to say the bass music are going to go to the bass music stages, and all of the house music people are going to go to the house music stages, right? Okay, make that make sense. Easy enough. So we get a fucking notification at the beginning. Day one is canceled. We're like, all right, cool. Fuck that. Whatever, we'll make a day out of it. Blah, blah, blah. Go on about our day. They couldn't fucking have the main stage ready in time. And now all of us were like, dude, fuck the main stage. Fuck Marshmello getting all of his visuals and shit. Like, I'm just worried about my stage over here. I'm trying to go fucking throw down with all the Wookiees, dance with my shoes off, with a little alfalfa sprout on my head, and just fucking all I need is speakers. Truthfully, that's all I need. So here we are, finally getting in day two, and we got in like a breeze. Went to our Wookiee stages. I keep saying Wookiee, like that's so fucking crap, dude. Kayla, shut the fuck up. We keep going to the bass stages, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, sunshine and butterflies and rainbows, and we're all having a grand old time. Meanwhile, in the background of us, when we have no idea what's going on, people are rushing the fucking gates, not being able to get in, standing in will call for 8 hours for their tickets just to get in and try to see fucking Marshmallow. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be biased right now. I'm sounding like my time was a lot better. I don't know. So I'm sorry for anybody listening to this and you're like, fuck you. I don't know. If you fast forward this part, then great. But I had a fantastic time. I recommend going to New York. I recommend going to Electric Zoo if you like bass music. They probably won't have it next year, but whatever. Good luck. Biking around Central Park was wild though, because when you bike around Central Park, and if you ever go to New York and want to see Central Park, definitely do not walk it because you will not be able to see it as quickly as you can doing a bike. But biking around Central Park was nuts because it wasn't exactly what I thought it would be. Like, have you seen the show Impractical Jokers? Like, RIP to that show. I don't even know if it's out anymore, but that was like my dream. I'm like walking around Central Park and just like getting pranked. Like, that was like the shit that I wanted. So I'm sitting here biking around Central Park like, wait, where can I even get pranked at? Like, where is a highly populated area that I can get pranked at? And you're probably looking at me or listening to me and being like, bitch, the whole fucking area. But there's a lot of woodsy parts. And I didn't want to like get off track and go walk in the middle of the fucking park. I don't know. I guess I have to make my fucking sacrifices, I suppose. But getting back on track to where this episode is heading, because I'm sure all of you guys are so sick and tired of me talking about my vacation, but I went on vacation for my birthday. And you know what's crazy about birthdays is that no matter what the fuck, how long time has passed, what status you're on, your ex texts you. Point blank, period. I don't know if it's just mine, but all of my exes, minus maybe one or two, only because one of them is in heaven and the other one is just, we just have this weird relationship. But anyways, all of my other exes text me happy birthday. And you know, you're like, not that crazy. No, it's not. But the thing is about this specific time is that 25 is a year I've been waiting for a really long time. And when I say that, I mean just like looking forward to like cutting the bullshit. I feel like I can be grown. And yeah, I'm still a kid on the inside, but other than that, like it was a year that I just didn't want like same bullshit to happen and me to like be so forgiving on things and just whatever, just fully heal and move forward. So I made a vow to myself with my previous ex, Ziz, actually. I'm not going to say names, but I have two people within my past couple of years that I've been trying to navigate and whatever. And I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to make it a point on my birthday this year. I'm going to block them. I'm going to move forward. And that's going to be that. I'm sitting here all big and strong saying, yeah, I blocked those motherfuckers. They did not text me happy birthday at all. No, they sure as fuck did. You know why? Because I didn't block them at all. Because I'm sitting here like, you know what? I'm just going to sit here and see if they do text me happy birthday. Because we've spent a lot of time together, and for you to not remember my birthday, like that's jail time. Okay, I already hate you, but like what can make me hate you more is not telling me happy birthday, even if I don't respond. So call me what you will. I think whatever, they should tell me happy birthday. Anyways, so I did not block them. What do you know? One texts me on my birthday, one texts me the next day. The next day, right before I'm leaving for New York. And the thing is about this text message is it was super sweet. Okay, super sweet, like short and to the point, whatever. And you know, I gave it a little double tap, and that was kind of that. But here's the thing. A double tap, now correct me if I'm wrong, when you like favorite a message, thumbs up, exclamation it, haha it, like that is a response. Am I wrong? That is a response to a text message. So when I heart it, leave it. Don't text me again. You told me happy birthday, thank you. Like that's that. Please don't. But here we go. He wants to continue, said person, to continue the conversation like it just didn't end fucking 3 months ago. But now, not only is it now I get completely gaslit, just thrown, you left me, fuck you, this, that, like, how dare you thrive without me? Excuse me. And here's what I say. When a motherfucker has been dragging you down for so long and you've been trying to pick up their shit, but pulling yourself down in the process, and they're not going to see that. You only see that because you're the one in the fucking dirt. They don't see that. So then when they turn around and they're fucking down in the dumps and you're up and you're thriving because you put 2 and 2 together and you're like, hell no, I'm not doing this. I'm not letting you pull me down and pull me away from what is important because I'm too busy sitting here and fixing your shit. So when 2 and 2 puts together and the brain starts working and you're like, bitch, no. Yeah, you have to start and thrive for yourself. Do things for yourself. Like put yourself first and your healing. And especially when it's a constant thing and it's never once. And the people that can sit here and say that they did something one time and you dropped that person, I commend you because it's rare because you want to give people the benefit of the doubt. Me being a Virgo, and I'm not going to use my astrological signs in every single episode, I'm sorry, but me being a Virgo, I naturally open myself up to allowing the healing to happen. Like I am an I can fix you person. I want to be there for you. I want to be that person for you and nobody else. Like I am completely there. But fuck, like at that point, if you're that kind of person too, like when is enough enough? Because you're sitting here doing all of that for that other person, you're not doing any of it for yourself. And now you're looking at yourself like, holy shit, I am way far off of where I need to be right now because I got too lost in your mess and too lost in your toxic bullshit and too lost in your back and forth and your wishy-washiness and you not knowing what you want and begging, like trying everything in the book to make this relationship work. So me on my end, me personally, 25 was a time in my life I was looking forward to. And the fact of the timing of all of this with my previous relationship kind of just like made everything fucking make sense for me and like gave me a aha moment and like just I have a smile on my face right now. Like it has been amazing just like seeing the shit that has changed over time with how I changed my way of thinking and how I approach things. Because before, I was so willing to just be tossed around and be like, yeah, I got that. Or yeah, that was no problem. Or yeah, you can stand me up and I'll just be there. You can cut yourself off for me for a week and I'll be there when you come back. Like, no. There has to be a point where enough is enough. And because that was happening so much in the relationship, enough was enough. And now that I was grown and strong and healed enough to move on, even though I might have not blocked him on my birthday, well, whatever, I blocked him after that anyways. But it's the thing, it's like, enough was enough. I moved on. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm thriving. I'm putting this podcast out. I'm making more content. I'm focusing on my career, my child, my body, like everything. And I'm selfish because I remember when I was sitting here insecure and jealous about bullshit, which shame on fucking me. You told me that you couldn't be with an insecure person. And you needed to be with somebody who was that confident in themselves that they wouldn't need to worry and that the trust was fully there. I agree. I agree 100%. But now that I am that person, and now that I am that confident, driven person that isn't insecure about who's around me, I'm being selfish. I don't think that's how it works, because I'm at a point in my life that I'm happy. I'm actually genuinely happy because I can wake up and do what I want to do without having to pick up someone else's trash. So, moving forward on that, and I know that for some people this sounds very familiar, and for some people this is very foreign. This story, whatever happens, blah, 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 anything that ever happens in my podcasts, it's all anonymous. They can be multiple people, and I don't want to have this harm anybody's reputation or anything. I am just simply putting this information out there in hopes to help females, help men, help anybody that is going through this shit, because we all are. And it does not have anything to fucking do with mercury in the microwave, okay? Have you seen that meme? Or that TikTok when he was like, yeah, how long is mercury in the microwave or in the Gatorade or whatever? Yeah, I'm sick and tired of going through this shit. Literally, though, all of us are going through this specific thing. I feel like 5 of my fucking girlfriends are literally going through the same exact situation that I am. So if my close circle is going through it, I know some of you are too. And so, yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, because I'm in no way meaning to like shit on anybody, even though this is my podcast, so I'm going to say what I got to say. All in all, at the end of the day, I'm going to say what I have to fucking say. Anyways, the thing is like, when you are trying to get yourself to the point of enough being enough, and you're probably asking, well, yeah, it's easier said than done. How do you get there? I've tried and it keeps coming back because he keeps texting me, and I don't want to get him blocked because I just want to know what he wants to say. Or I just want to know if he does say anything to me or whatever. Let me tell you, I've been blocked. I've been fucking, you name it. Yeah, like you can figure out a way to contact somebody if you need to. Okay. So with that being said, if you block them on the phone, like if they really want to find you, reach out to you and speak to you, they will find a way. And if the first step is blocking them on Instagram, Snapchat, whatever it is, if text message is easier, then start with one. But if blocking isn't your jam, because it's not mine. And truthfully, I'm sitting here looking at my phone like, damn, I still didn't even block my other ex because I can't get myself to. And it's been 6 years. For those healthy relationships, I mean, to some people, they're not healthy, and to some, they are, and it's forgiven, I guess. But ultimately, it is your choice, and it's up to you. So who gives a fuck? If you don't want to block them, don't block them. If you do, I encourage it, because it feels a lot better. But reverting back to how you can like take some steps to get there is, for me, going through so many back and forths, and like, I sound like I'm crying, but I'm not. It's just my voice. And I'm so glad for those of you who are listening that got to stick through this. But for me, like my connection, I have a lot of back and forth on my spiritual connection with the universe, and then my like other side of like my Christian and my connection with God and the relationship between the two or whatever. So all in all, when I'm saying I'm asking God, it is my universe, it is whoever is above me. And I'm sitting there talking to God, and I'm like, listen, if he's not the one for me, you please take control of it, because I'm not strong enough right now to be able to make that decision. And you know what he said? He said, I got you. Because lo and behold, weeks later, he did it so crazy. Like, that's a whole nother fucking episode. But like the way that he laid it out for me and had it all happen the way that it did, and us continuing to still not be together from this day, and the healing that I've gone through that. And mind you, this was back at the beginning of the year that this was. Okay, so this was not within the past couple months. Well, I guess, yeah, whatever. The beginning of the year, regardless. So it all unfolded for me. And when I sat there and thought about all of that and I journaled, like whenever something happens, write it down. Write it down. If you have an amazing head, brain, whatever, like soak that shit in. But like I believe in writing stuff down. So write that shit down and reflect on it. So after writing that down, what happened and reflecting on it, I was like, no fucking shit. This is his way of telling me that he is not the one. And it might not happen in that way for all of you, but I'm pretty damn certain if you ask, it will be in front of your face. You just have to make that decision to accept it or to throw it in the back burner and then keep getting these lessons fucking handed to you, because if you don't, you're going to get yourself way far deeper into a rabbit hole. So I took that for what it was, and I still was a dumbass and was like, nah, this can't be it. Like, he is the one for me. But after thinking about it and then like seeing all of these other signs being thrown in my face, and I'm like, oh, fuck no. Like, but I just have to get myself there. And I was talking to my girlfriend, Emily, and I'm just like, I know what I need to do. I just can't do it. And she was like, I know you know what you need to do, and it's completely up to you and on your timing. If it doesn't feel right to do right now, it doesn't feel right, and that's okay. But that doesn't mean to keep feeding into his bullshit every time he texts you. So if you make the decision to not end it right away, block them right away. I commend people for being able to block right away. I mean, fuck. But I couldn't. And there was this little piece of me that was kind of holding on to like the what if of, well, what if something changes, or what if he realizes that he fucked up and whatever. Now, what I just told you fucking 10 minutes ago about all this bullshit, yeah, they always do come back. But regardless, I'm like thinking that maybe he could be the one. Still, I don't know, whatever. Fucking far gone now. But anyways, after going through all of that and really sitting and journaling and then like getting this weird burst of motivation, and don't get me wrong, like I am a depressive eater. I'm not somebody that can just starve themselves. That's why I'm on the little thicker of a side. I mean, I'm not thick. I'm not even getting into that. Anyways, I am a depressive eater. And for some reason, I was like, damn, I'm on my same diet regimen. The fuck? I'm like, am I not depressed? And that honestly like indicated for me, because you know, like your little depressional like seasons, and you're like, oh, I'm feeling this way. Like, yeah, it's because of this. Or maybe some of you don't even know why. And the people that are actually really clinically depressed can't help it. And I'm very sorry for you guys. But in this case, I depressive eat during these kinds of situations and whatever. And I was like, fuck, I'm pretty freaking full right now. I'm chilling. I'm like, maybe this isn't affecting me as much as it, like, whatever. So once it was moving and the days were going and then like weeks were going by and it got a lot easier. And I was like, okay, the train. Damn, they want to be extra fucking loud today. I'm sorry. But as the days and weeks went on, I mean, it does get a lot easier, because I'm the kind of person that if someone pisses me off, especially a boyfriend or an ex, like I'm going to show you. I don't even care if it was me breaking up with you. I'm still going to show you what the fuck is going on with me, because you're going to bet that I'm going to be the best person that you've been with. That's how I am. So I was waking up every day, going to the gym, busting my ass. I spent the first Saturday that I had free, I spent 6 hours at the gym. And you're like, what can you even do in 6 hours? Don't get me wrong. I was there for 6 hours. Just busting out every goddamn calorie, sweat that I could. I kid you not, the next day I was absolutely sore as shit. I stayed in bed for the next 3 days after that, but fuck, I needed it. And that's what it is. And that's what made me more motivated to keep going, because I'm like, you're not going to sit here and make me look like shit. I didn't do goddamn a thing, and you're not going to sit here and eat this shit up because I'm making myself gain weight and I'm making myself depressed and I'm not doing what I need to do because I'm too sad over here. Like, no, that's not how this works. I'm going to get up and I'm going to thrive, and you're going to eat my ass. That's what you're going to do. Okay. So You just need to get in that mindset. And it's so hard because I can't even like pinpoint what clicked for me, because I talked to some of my friends and they're like crying over this and so stressed about that. And I'm like trying to be as much as a help as I can. But at the same time, man, sometimes I just want to smack them and be like, dude, just get your shit together, get up and go. Get your shit going. You're not going to sit here in bed and be fucking depressed. Like, get up. For some people, that doesn't work. For most people, that doesn't work. But I don't know, just you have to tell yourself, you have to wake up every morning and be like, yo, like I'm tackling this day for me, not for him. I'm tackling this day for me, not for her. Like anything, the first 10 seconds when you wake up, I feel are the most important, because it's the first 10 seconds you can either snooze your alarm and roll back over and go back to sleep, or you can check your phone and then get deep into Instagram or searching whatever the fuck you're doing, or you can look outside, you can stare at your ceiling, you can take a deep breath, and you can decide that you need to get up and go pee. And then don't lay back down. Don't. Once you get up, don't lay back down. But those first like 10 to 30 seconds of you waking up, like you need to decide and set the intention for the day. And if you're a little tired and you need to roll over and fucking roll over, that's fine. But you still need to hold yourself accountable for what you need to tackle for the day, because nobody is going to hold you lower than what you can hold yourself. I'm not going to keep getting too deep because I see the timestamp and we are going really far along in this talk, but there will be a part 2 to this because there is a lot that I can debrief about this situation. And I, again, really hope that you guys got a lot of clarity out of this and got something of it. And thank you for listening to all my New York shit. I can't wait to go back, you know? Whoa, I do not know where that came from. Okay, I gotta go. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and remember to stop yelling at yourself, stay positive, love yourself, and enjoy life as it comes. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bro.